And I won't show you. I will. I'll put it up. So this is the lineups for the two games. So Holstein are 1988, Sommer in goal, Hummels, Acerbi, Otamendi as the back three. They got Matic and Busquets ahead of them, Cuadrado, Di Maria on the wings, Tadic in the centre, and Sanchez and Lewandowski up front. We'll probably go through that again in a moment. On the other team, 1991, Bono in goal, Van Dijk and Koulibaly as the two centre-backs, Vasquez and Acuna as the wing-backs, Jorginho, Kante and De Bruyne in a midfield three, Mahrez, Griezmann on the wing and Zapata as their striker. This is playing in Germany. This whole group, I believe, is in Germany. Yeah, looks like it. So the whole group is going to be in Germany. I believe the next group is in Spain. Where is the stadium? There we go. Signal Iduna. Oh, would that be Borussia? No. Ooh. The Borussia Park will be coming up, and that I don't have down, so I'm gonna have to double check that in a moment. There is the Signal Iduna Park. We are playing local time 4 p.m. and you know what, let's have some rain in the opening game. '88 versus 91, the first game of Group D coming next. Now, Borussia Park, that's Gladbach, right? That is. What is that known as? Am I not using Borussia Park? Oh, that's strange. I would have thought I would. HP Arena? What's that? That's the Stuttgart Stadium. Huh, strange. Okay. Maybe it comes back later. Alright, well, so game one of Group E in Germany, Signal Iduna Park. It is 1988 versus 1991. You can see 1991 there. Going into the 88 lineup, we have Hummels, Acerbi, and my handwriting is bad. Matic and Busquets play as the DMs, Cuadrado, Di Maria on the wings, Tadic as the number 10 behind Sanchez and Lewandowski, with Jan Sommer in goal. Plenty of options on the bench there. We're getting into the older teams, so there's a lot less quality throughout the squad, but the starting lineups are just as good. Getting into the 1991, we've got Bono in goal, Koulibaly and Van Dijk are the two centre-backs. In midfield, we have Jorginho, Kante and De Bruyne, and a front three of Griezmann, Zapata and Mahrez. On the bench, we've got players like James Rodriguez, Pascal Gross, Chris Wood on form at the moment in real life, and Alexander Lacazette, the machete, is an option as well. First game of Group E in the birth year World Cup coming to you live. Setting the tone for this group. And it is 1988 who kick us off, playing in the back three. Here is Alexis Sanchez, and it's easily cut out by the younger team. Mahrez. Vasquez. This already looks like a great attack from 91. Vasquez has the shot from right back, gets it past Jan Sommer, and 4 minutes in we have our first goal of Group E from the right back. Not looking good for the oldest team in this group, 1988. Just powers it in, almost at near post. Is that a near post finish from Lucas Vasquez? It is, but Jan Sommer's already decided to go the other way. only taken us a couple minutes. There's plenty of time for 1988 to get back into this. Dusan Tadic. Busquets. Oh, Cuadrado loses it. Here's Griezmann. And that's quite a heavy touch. Busquets. Nemanja Matic. Matic again. Here's Lewandowski. First time he's been on the ball. Alexis Sanchez. Can he get past Van Dijk? Van Dijk seems like he's got this. And he does. Zapata. There's a run on there from Vasquez once again, the right back. Playing well so far, got the goal earlier. Here is Mahrez. And that shot is blocked. Griezmann. Not a good pass. Lewandowski. Here's Di Maria. Sanchez. Back to Lewandowski, but Koulibaly cuts it out. Cunha. Jorginho. Zapata through on goal. Can they get their second of the game? Yes, they can. 2-0 to 1991. Zapata with the goal. Things are not looking good for 1988. Jorginho with the assist. Great finish. Lewandowski. Oh, that's a solid tackle from Jorginho. Lewandowski has stayed down. They'll hope that he is not injured. He is their best player by far. Jorginho picks up the yellow. Will he be able to continue? That's the question. It's not a good tackle. Nowhere near the ball. Well, Lewandowski is taking this free kick. So he seems fine. And he takes it backwards. Amazing. Here is Matic. Tadic. And they have lost it. They have not had a good chance yet, 1988. Here is Acuna. Here they are on the counter. Here is De Bruyne. Jorginho through once again on the yellow card. Has the shot. This time Jan Sommer saves. Cherby. Hummels. Nemanja Matic. Sanchez. Vasquez very central at the moment. Here is Zapata. Has a shot from distance. Jan Sommer. No problems. Pretty much straight at him, this one. Bruyne takes the corner, short to Koulibaly. That's a solid header. Jan Sommer collects. I feel like Jan Sommer is one of those players that you have to say his full name. Busquets. Cuadrado. Sanchez. There's just no space. Even though they've got one less defender, it just seems like they've got more. Bono. Busquets gets it back. Here is Sanchez. Lewandowski in the box. Please tell me that's a corner, because if not, that was a terrible shot. Here is Zapata's goal. Oh no, sorry, this is Jan Sommer's save. Not one of his best. Pretty much straight at him. It is a corner. Thank goodness for Lewandowski. Di Maria looks to take it short. No, that's a dummy in towards no one. But Jan Sommer in no man's land. Luckily well cleared. Here's Otamendi. Jorginho. He's been very good this game so far. Vasquez. Up to Mahrez. Kante. Zapata, can he get to it? He does, but keeper sorts it. And that is half-time. 2-0 to 1991. I almost called him Roma. Yeah, Lewandowski, he's only had the one shot. It was deflected, so perhaps that chart isn't good, but he hasn't had the chances getting to him. This is the thing, like when I watch Poland games, he's so good, but he just doesn't get on the ball because no one's getting it to him. So let's get into the match stats. So yeah, one shot, 0.3 xG compared to 1.5, which is what, 5 times as much? Let's get into the second half. We've seen comebacks. We have seen plenty of comebacks. Matic. Jorginho could have got himself... that was a bad tackle. Did not win the ball. It's already on a yellow. That was risky. Cunha. Griezmann. Sanchez. Zapata almost did well, but he was held up a little. Here's Di Maria. Looks like he's playing more in the centre at the minute. And perhaps Tadic has gone out wide. Here's Lucas Vasquez, the first goal scorer of the group. Dusan Tadic is absolutely playing left wing, and that's a great tackle from Zapata. Sanchez. Lewandowski. Sanchez. Tadic isn't getting... They've got no support from their wingers at the minute. They need to get further forward. I get that they're defending... yeah, that was handball. I get that they're defending the counter, but they're not doing well enough. They're making a change. Ever Banega is coming on for Nemanja Matic. That seems fair enough to me. Will they alter their setup though? Here's Busquets. Looks about the same. Does look like Sanchez perhaps might be on the wing now. Lewandowski loses it. Ooh, that's a good tackle. Okay, Di Maria. A bad pass. Jorginho. There's Kante. Tricks Banega. That is a free kick. Danilo is coming on for Cunha. One of the most decorated players of recent history. Zapata. It's looking like it might be too little too late here for 1988 because there's 20 minutes left. They're 2-0 down and it looks like they could be 3. Vasquez hits the post. Down. Banega. Sanchez now on the wing. There's a lot of space out there for Cuadrado on the right side if they can find it. Here's Banega. And now there's cover. Lewandowski tries to find him, but it's just a terrible pass. Bruyne. Griezmann. Well cut out by Otamendi. A consolation goal would go the distance. We know that goal difference has a lot to play in these 4 team groups. So can they get one back? Tadic. It's just not good enough. Here's Mahrez. Zapata. De Bruyne. Mahrez in the... What was that? And this is how it looks as it stands. 91, of course, being top. We'll get into the second game in a moment. 89 versus 90. But yeah, 88 will need some changes. So, starting with 89, we have Hradecky in goal. A back 4 of Jordi Alba, Alderweireld, Smalling and Darmian. Witsel and Parejo make the midfield. With Royce, Muller and Mkhitaryan playing as 3 attacking midfielders above them, and Aubameyang as the lone striker. Got players like Carlos Vela, Marko Arnautovic on the bench, even Perisic. It is 3 attacking midfielders. Mkhitaryan and Royce are not on the wings, so they will be looking to support Aubameyang up front. 1990 have Szczesny in goal. We have Nacho and Coates as the back 2, with Blind and Walker as the midfield. It's classic 4-4-2, so we've got Gundogan and Henderson in the centre, Immobile and Joselu as the 2 strikers. We've got Welbeck on the bench, Kieran Trippier as well. Marcos Alonso actually playing as the left midfielder, with Vishka on the other side. So we've got 2 very different types of teams here. Classic 4-4-2 versus a 4-2-3-1. With some really skillful players in that team. I would say 1989 with Aubameyang, Royce, Mkhitaryan, Muller are the favourites. They are on the ball right now in that grey kit. Here's Muller and Royce. Back to Muller. Jordi Alba, they're starting strong. Here's Royce again. Puts into the box. Jordi Alba gives it to Aubameyang for an early great shot with Szczesny, who was retired come the start of the season, would not have been playing. A good save from him to stop the early goal. Muller. Mkhitaryan. Not a great pass. But he's back on it now. Darmian. Here's Joselu. I didn't really see that. Darmian. Muller. Aubameyang making a run by himself. Not a great pass again. They're losing it a lot in the final third. Here's Vishka. Joselu. Gundogan. Marcos Alonso. They're doubled up on the fullbacks. Mkhitaryan, good balls through to Aubameyang. 2 former Dortmund players. It's quite a lot of former Dortmund in this team, with Marco Reus being there as well. Witsel, has he played there? Not too sure. But it's a very strong German league team. Hradecky and Muller also being known for the Bundesliga. Whereas you might say 1990 is a bit more Premier League based, with Alonso, Gundogan, Henderson, Kyle Walker, Daley Blind and Szczesny. Here is Vishka through. Immobile is in the box if he can find him. He goes himself. 1-0 to 1990. Pretty much just did it himself. It's a very good strike. Pass Hradecky. Looks like he seemed to commit towards the near post. 4-4-2 is currently beating 4-2-3-1. Marco Reus. Oh, gets past Henderson. Here's Aubameyang. Muller. Oh, an instant response. Makes it 1-1. Great move. Okay. Finished my monster. We are in it for the long haul. Daily Blind. Ooh, it's held up enough that Immobile's been able to get on it. Marcos Alonso puts it in towards Immobile, and he does get to it, but it's a swerving header. Goes out for a goal kick. Axel Witsel. Alba, Jordi Alba. Still got plenty of pace. Muller is in the centre. Aubameyang gets it to him. Muller has the shot. That's a good save. Am I crazy? Has Witsel played in Germany? For some reason I feel like he has, but I feel like that's like maybe just a... Yeah, he played for Dortmund. Of course he did. Okay, I thought so. Speaking of Dortmund, Reus is on the corner. Captain of 1989. And it's cleared, but just far enough to Darmian, who wins the penalty. Handball offence. Not a very good angle. Let's take another look at that. My mistake, it was Parejo who has the shot. The arm is absolutely in an unnatural position. Well, that's fine, I can get rid of it by just going level. Yeah, arm is absolutely in an unnatural position. Definitely a penalty. Should be Marco Reus on it. Up against Hirodeki. Up against Szczesny, my bad. And he scores it. Makes it 2-1. Everyone loves a Reus goal, don't they? It's a great strike. Szczesny doesn't even dive for it. Walker. Ooh. Reus with a heavy challenge there. Walker stays down. They do have Trippier on the bench if they need him. But Reus will almost certainly pick up a yellow card. There it is. At least Kyle Walker seems like he is fine. Yeah, just a late challenge there. Nothing more needed. Alonso, decent set piece there, but Hirodeki collects it. He's out of position though. Here is Immobile. Vishka in the box, and Arsalu is on his own and he puts it wide. Fantastic chance for Arsalu. Look at where he gets that ball. Vishka. Hossalu. Here's Immobile. Has the shot. Hiradeki saves. It's pretty much sent up the goal. Not too much of an issue. Blind with the corner towards Coates. That's a goal kick. Looks like the half-time is going to blow any minute. 2-1 to 1989. Royce. And there it is, half-time whistle. So as it stands, 89 will be in second place with a 1 goal difference. They score another, they would go top. They've had the possession, they've had the XG, the shots as well, so they're definitely deserving of this lead at the moment. Let's get into the second half. Kyle Walker. Former England teammate Jordan Henderson. Muller. Not a great ball. Blind is able to collect that. Here is Coates. Got no one. Got space ahead of him. Tries to run into it. Tries to get it to Immobile, but Smalling cuts it out. Orba. Oh, there's a run there. They didn't spot it from number 18, Jordi Alba. We have our first substitution of the game. Is that Jordan Henderson coming off for Trippier? I'm not quite sure what they're planning here. This must be a formation change. Maybe going to a back 5. Kyle Walker as a centre back. We'll see. There's Darmian. Mkhitaryan. Muller. Royce is arriving late, staying outside of the box. Here he is. Jordi Alba. And that's Kyle Walker winning it back. Trippier. What are you? Are you a winger? Looks like he might be on the wing. Looks like Kyle Walker is still... Looks like he's gone out to the wide. Vishka's now through the centre. And there he is getting the chance. Seems like it's working out so far, because they have got Vishka more involved. Jordi Alba. Oh, he's got plenty of room. Muller's arriving. I think he played the cross too early, if I'm honest. And it seems like Jordi Alba is coming off to Marcos coming on for him. Smalling. Easy save. Vishka. Kyle Walker. Ciro Immobile. Feel like the two strikers from 90 have not been able to get too involved here. Darmian wins it back. Here is Axel Witsel. Muller. You know, I'm confusing Darmian and Parejo a lot because they kind of find themselves in similar position and they've got very similar hair. Michael Royce. Kosalu. Gundogan. Here's Marcus Alonso. Looks like they're playing a back three now. Marcus Alonso as a left wing back, Blind in centre back. Mobile wins the corner. Danny Welbeck is coming on though. Another attacker. Can he get the important goal to get them back in this? Darmian clears. Gundogan. Good skill. That's another corner. Vishka, take it short. Trippier, edge of the box, gets it onto his right foot and has a shot. That forces a save. It will not go out for a corner though, as Aubameyang goes to collect it. 5 minutes left. Might be too late for 99 to get into this. It's a counter-attack now. Mkhitaryan does well to get past Blind. Can 89 confirm their victory? Mkhitaryan cuts in. Pereira arriving edge of the box, takes it short to Aubameyang. And it is cleared eventually. Pereira. Mkhitaryan. Great ball to Muller. Muller just puts it wide. But that is the final whistle. There we go. So the game ends 2-1 to 1989. Putting them in second place in the table. 1990 will be in third. There you can see the current table. So it's mostly decided by goal difference at the moment, but 91 and 89 have the 3 points from those first two games. 89 will be playing 91 in the next game week, which I'll be playing in a moment, but we'll start out with 88 versus 90, two teams desperate for a win. Yeah, it looks like the team that played better deserved the win. Vishka with an 8.8 there for his goal. Henderson got the assist. I don't know why they subbed him off. In the end, they ended up playing a 4-2-4. So they did return. I think Marcus Alonso played in a back five for a moment. But then they returned to a 4-2-4 when they brought on Welbeck so that they could play him on the wing. Very strange. The decision to bring on Trippier for Henderson was a very strange one. But it's Muller with man of the match. I would have thought it had been Royce, to be honest. I felt like he was very involved. And Darmian. Oh no, for some reason I thought he got the 6.7, because I think Darmian played pretty well. He was getting involved throughout. They did go to a back five in the end with Witsel going into it. Okay. I think for the first time it is time for some tactical changes. So we're playing 88 versus 90. There is one in particular change I want to do. Just check something. So if we go who is 88 is Holstein. We'll change. I'm not sure we'll change too much. There we go. They seemed to want to play Di Maria in the middle. I'll leave that for now. They can make that decision if they want. But I think what's important is to get those wingers attacking when they have the ball. Wingers will focus on getting forward. Yeah, because they just weren't. And they've got 3 at the back and 2 pretty defensive players. So, yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. Now, they really weren't getting too much creativity. Is there any other change that we can make that might encourage? They don't really have the players for it. They brought on Banega for Matic. How's that confirmed? Matic is the defensive option. Passing of Banega is a lot better. Yeah, we'll play Banega in this game then. That'll be the only change for now, and we'll see how they do. The other team that lost were 1990, which is Milan. So let's go take a little look if we can make some changes for them. Oops. Now, Alonso wasn't really up to much. I think Blind and Walker did okay when they were playing. They ended up bringing Welbeck on the wing. Is that something worth doing from the outset? That's what they wanted. And I think Szczesny didn't play too well. Let's just take a look. No, Szczesny's the clear choice. If he does another game, for the last game, we'll go with De Gea, but we'll leave him there for now. Vizca's got to keep playing. Hosselu and Immobile did nothing. Now, I wonder if, because they're... Well, we've got a target forward and we've got an advance forward, whether maybe we need... Nah, because they've got 2... We'll leave it. We'll leave it. Maybe I might tell Vizca to attack a bit more, because he was one of the best players. So he'll be on attack. And so will he.